Okay, everybody, welcome. Welcome to the What is Beachbody Coaching webinar. I am really excited to give this talk to you today and to talk a little bit about Beachbody. This is something, for those of you that know me, that I am totally passionate about. And so this is a real treat for me to be able to do this. And what can I say? This is a lot of fun. So I also want to say a big thank you to everybody for taking some of your precious time to be here and to listen to this webinar. I know you're all very busy people and you coming from all walks of life, and there's a lot of parents and so on. Some of you I know are out on the East Coast and it's quite late there, so I do appreciate that. And anyway, so a big thanks to you for taking some of your time. All right, here's what we're gonna do. There are people on this call that know very little about Beachbody, some people that know a lot about Beachbody, some people that don't know what coaching is about, some people that are customers and they've succeeded with a fitness program, some people that have tried a fitness program and didn't succeed, but I don't want to make any assumptions. So I'm going to try to tell you as much as I can. Some of this will be news to you and some of it you will be very familiar with. But I think that way everybody can get the most out of this and you can take from it what you will. So what I want to do is I want to tell you a little about my story and who I am and why I am a Beachbody coach and how I got involved with this. And then I want to talk a little bit about Beachbody itself. What is Beachbody? What is the company, for those of you that don't know a lot about it? And then talk about what is coaching and why is coaching such an unbelievable thing for me to be doing and for you to consider doing. So, my story. So, first and foremost, I am a husband and I'm a dad. I've got 2 kids. They're 8 and 5 currently. And, you know, they are my life. Everything I do has my family in mind, as I'm sure that's the same for many of you out there. I've been in school forever. I became a teacher, and then I actually went to medical school out at University of British Columbia. I'm a physician and I did sport and exercise medicine and I studied that in Edmonton, Alberta. And so just through my own professional life, I've become an advocate for active living, people being fit, people being healthy. And it's very interesting because my involvement with Beachbody started about 2 years ago. At that time, I was not in the best shape myself, despite what I like to say. I was never really overweight, but I wasn't really taking care of myself the way that I would have liked to have been. And for me, actually, I found that motivation was a big problem. My wife is a triathlete, a very, very good athlete, and she was trying to get on my case as well. And you know the way it is, life kind of takes over, you get busy with the kids, and I wasn't taking care of myself. And it really hit me one day when I was out at the park with my young kids and we were playing soccer, and I found that I did not have the energy to keep up with them. And so they would actually be getting frustrated with me, and they would be upset that I wasn't running for the ball. I'd only kick the ball back if it came to me. And when I saw that interaction with them, I realized that this is not the way I wanted to live my life. Something had to change, and I started looking for something to do. I tried a number of different things, and for whatever reason, going to the gym didn't work for me, running regularly didn't work for me, and I just couldn't find anything that would stick with me. And then one day I was at work. I had never heard of Beachbody before. I had never heard of P90X. I had never heard of any of the programs. But one of my colleagues was there, and we were talking about fitness, and he said, "Oh, I just got P90X. Have you ever heard of this?" I hadn't heard of it. He looked at me like I was crazy because he thought that everybody's heard of P90X, but I hadn't heard of it. And he said to me, "Well, it's this crazy workout program where you jump up and down and all over the place." And that was my introduction to Beachbody. So for whatever reason, I was crazy and I thought, well, this really intrigues me. And I went home and I looked it up and I was fascinated by it. And I thought, this is actually a really cool program. But I convinced myself that I was not fit enough to do P90X. So I got Power 90. Some of you may be familiar with that. It's the older one, kind of the beginner version of P90X. and I got it, and I did it. And I had never been so committed to exercise in my life personally. And I don't know, I still to this day, I can't explain why, but it just clicked. I could do it at home. It was easy. I'd put my kids to bed. I'd have my half an hour, 45 minutes, do my workout, done. And it worked for me. Did the whole program, had amazing results. So then I went on, I did P90X, continued on, loved the program, had amazing results. And what really though hit home for me was then, over the course of doing these programs, I was still playing with my kids at the park, and I found I was having more energy, and I was running around, and I was playing soccer, and I was feeling better about myself, and I was feeling better about the interaction that I was having with my family. And I realized, wow, this is really neat. These programs are so simple in the sense that it's just something I do at home, and yet I'm having unbelievable results, and it's not only affecting me physically, but it's actually affecting me emotionally as well, and it's improving my relationships with my kids. When I realized that this was, when I realized how unbelievable these programs were and how they worked for me personally, that was when I started to look into Beachbody Coaching. At the time, Beachbody Coaching Canada wasn't yet available. So I couldn't become a coach, and I was so upset about that. And I kept following on the message boards and seeing, like, when is this becoming available? And eventually, there was this pre-launch that happened, and I jumped on that opportunity. I became a coach, and my goal of this has been to basically share with other people what I have done and to help other people to get active, fit, healthy, see the physical changes, but even more importantly, see the emotional changes and the way it affects their lives, in all areas of their lives. And so that's what prompted me to become a coach, and that is what I have been doing now since becoming a coach. I started the Exercise Movement, which is my website and my Facebook page, and I'm having so much fun growing this and encouraging people and motivating people, and it's unbelievable. It's become a true passion of mine. So this is just, I'll just show you. This was me before I started doing the programs, and like I said, I was never really overweight, but I wasn't happy with the way I was, and that's after doing Power 90 and P90X, the transformation. And this is a little bit old now, so I've gone on and I've continued to obviously do a lot of these programs. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. Now, I'm going to put on my doctor hat here just for like 2 or 3 slides. I'm going to throw out a question to all of you. What do you think has the biggest impact on your health? If there was one thing that you could do, and I've thrown out some ideas there. So eating more fiber, smoking less, getting regular screens for cancer, lowering your cholesterol, having a really good supportive social network, drinking less, and the list goes on. There's so many things here. So you can think about this to yourself. But the actual answer to this is a trick question. None of these are the answer. The answer to this is exercise. And the medical research and the science behind this proves that if you were to change one thing in your life to improve your overall fitness and your health, it's to exercise on a regular basis. And if you take that a step further, you can see that statement there. If you look at 2 people who are similar in all areas of their life, it's hard to do that, but if you could, and you compared them, and the only difference between these people was one was fit and one wasn't fit, the less fit person has a higher chance of a premature death. Pretty powerful stuff. So, and why is that? Because we know that exercise reduces heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, cancer, diabetes, osteoporosis, overweight and obesity, and at least improve fitness, strength, and mental health. Now, I'm probably telling you a lot of stuff that you already know here, but I want to put this out here because this is so important. And this is what Beachbody is about. It's all about helping people to be fit and healthy and to live more productive lives. And it all starts with the exercise. So with that, I want to tell you a little bit about Beachbody. As I said, some of you may be familiar with this. Some of you may not be that familiar with Beachbody. And so I want to tell you a little about the company and a little more behind it. I like that, Jenny. Yeah, exercise is a vital behavior. We must do it every day, absolutely. So, Beachbody. So a little bit behind the company itself. This was founded in '98 by Carl Deichler and John Congdon. And at that time, they created this company to produce home fitness programs, the ones that are very, very famous now, very well known, P90X and so on. And they found that they were having so much success with these programs that people were naturally starting to share them with others because people would see results that the people that were doing them were getting, and they wondered what they were doing. And so people would share what they were doing with their friends, with their family, and so on. And it only seemed logical. It was a natural progression that in 2007, Beachbody expanded to include Team Beachbody, which is the network of coaches that now exists with the purpose of helping people to get active, fit, healthy, and to motivate them, to advise them, and in general help, like I said, help them to live more productive lives. Beachbody is a huge company now. It's had well over $1 billion worth in sales. I don't know what the latest numbers are, but that's actually an old number. It's debt-free, it's profitable, it's an accredited Better Business Bureau business with an A+ rating. And the fitness programs that Beachbody produces are the highest rated home fitness programs. So this is not some little company. This is a huge deal. And for the Canadians on here, I'm sure you know, this is expanding to Canada officially next week. So there's a whole nother country that is going to become officially part of the Beachbody family. So that's basically Beachbody's mission statement. I've already mentioned that a couple of times, but the goal here is to help people to achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. So why is Beachbody so great? What makes it so great? Well, I did a small informal poll of people, and I asked people, you know, if you were going to start a fitness program, something that you wanted to do to get fit, something that you wanted to do to get healthy, what are the key things that you would need to have in order for you to be successful? And so if you look at this list, these are some of the things that came up. So there's got to be good fitness programs. That makes sense. You've got to have some expertise in your trainers. You know, you don't want to be being trained by people that don't know what they're doing. It's got to be cutting edge. It's got to be latest, greatest stuff based on the most recent medical research and scientific exercise research. You want them to be simple to use. So you don't want it to be some complicated thing that people can't figure out what to do. You need to have a nutrition plan. Nutrition is a huge part of health and wellness. It'd be great if there was some way that you could stay motivated. If there was a bonus type of reward program where you could have rewards for achieving your results and staying motivated, that would be great. People always want good value. They don't want to spend a lot of money. It's got to work. It's got to be effective, or there's no point in doing any of it. And what is the risk to actually try it? Is it risk-free? Are you investing a lot? Are you, is it going to take a lot of your time? And so these are the things that came up that seem to be, important factors to consider when starting a fitness program. And so what I want to do is I want to just touch on each one of these, and you can decide for yourself how Beachbody fits for each one of these things. So as far as fitness programs. So fitness programs. Home fitness programs are rated. There are various ratings out there. And the Beachbody programs are typically the top rated home fitness programs out there. This is just some of them that I put on this slide. You may be familiar, the most popular ones are P90X, P90X2, P90X3, Insanity, now PiO is out, 21-day fix. So there's so many of these, and the nice thing about this is that there's something for everybody. If you're looking for more of a weight loss cardio type program, that's there. If you're looking for something that you want to bulk up and build muscle, Body Beast is the go-to one. If you're looking for something with a specific interest, if you're interested in martial arts, Les Mills Combat is there. So they have thought of everything here. And like I said, these take months of development for each one of these, and they are fantastic. They're a lot of fun. For those of you that are out there that have done some of these, you know what I'm talking about. So fitness programs, like I say, they're the top rated fitness programs. They're award-winning programs. Enough said. Number two, so are there experts? Are there world-renowned trainers? And the answer, of course, is yes. Names like Shaun T, Tony Horton, Chalene Johnson, those are all household names. They are experts in the field. They are known throughout North America and the world. And when you do one of the programs and you see them talking to you on the DVDs, you get an idea of their knowledge in terms of what's going on and why they're getting you to do certain things. Cutting edge? Well, Beachbody programs are based on the latest exercise science. And so this is something that I just found on the web recently. This is actually Tony Horton, the trainer in P90, P90X, P90X2, P90X3, and so on. here he's receiving an award from Penn Medicine for creating a science-based exercise program that has helped to curb the obesity epidemic. And that's huge. And you know, just to give you some other examples, things like P90X3, Focus T25, where there are short exercise programs based on high-intensity interval training or HIIT training. The medical research shows that those types of exercise programs are just as effective, if not more effective, than longer, low-intensity exercise programs. And that's the way things are going, to shorter, more intense exercise. And Beachbody is right there on the cutting edge. I mean, these programs have come out within the last 6 months to a year. So it's something that, you know, I'm really proud of as well, being part of the Beachbody family. So are they simple to use? Well, each program, as a lot of you may know, each program comes with a schedule, it comes with a manual, it tells you exactly what to do. So you can look through the manual, it tells you what program to do on what day. Of course, when you're watching the videos themselves, the trainers are teaching you how to do it as you do it. And so you don't need a private personal trainer that costs however much, you know, per hour. You get the program and you're set, you're good to go. So that's another real benefit, the way I see it. Nutrition. So this is huge with Beachbody as well. Nutrition is so important. And Beachbody produces Shakeology. It is the ultra premium, best shake you could buy. Protein shake, meal replacement shake. This is basically what I've been having for breakfast for the last year and a half, 2 years since I became a coach. It comes in 6 different flavors. It's delicious as well. And the results that we see with Shakeology are unbelievable. Some of you may know that Beachbody just did a research study. They contracted out a company to do a research study that looked at the effects of Shakeology. The only thing that they changed in their lifestyle was that they started drinking Shakeology and they lost weight. They had better blood results, particularly a blood test called hemoglobin A1C, which is a test for their blood sugar. It's a test that diabetics monitor. And so this is very, very valuable information, and it just shows how much effort and preparation and research goes into this. There's also meal plans available online for anybody that's part of the Beachbody Club. So this is another important and fantastic aspect of Beachbody. Motivation. Is there a source of motivation? Well, this is where the coaches come in, because coaches can provide motivation for people that need that. There's a person there that they're accountable to. Most coaches, as you may or may not know, will hold challenge groups, which are private groups on Facebook, and they check in every day with the challengers, the customers, to make sure they're staying on track, and they help them to achieve their goals. And so this is something that is quite unique, because if someone's going out to the gym by themselves, they may not necessarily have anybody that they can count on, or that they are accountable to help make sure that they achieve their goals. So this is a really, really unique feature of Beachbody. Rewards. So just for doing your workouts and completing a program, you get a free t-shirt. And if you want to enter the Beachbody Challenge, you can win cash prizes. So this is just another bonus. It's another level of accountability. It's another level of motivation that Beachbody provides for all their customers. And again, it just adds another whole level to this company. So good value. What does good value mean? As far as I'm concerned, good value means that it's low cost, but you get a huge amount of benefits from this. And when you think about this, when you get a Beachbody program, you're paying a one-time cost for a program, and you have it forever. You can do this program multiple times, and often people do it multiple times. I've done P90X a couple of times because it's so effective. And I'm not paying for a gym membership, and I'm not paying for a trainer. I paid that one-time cost for a fitness program. The coaching that we as Beachbody coaches provide is free. And there's even things like fitness equipment and meal plans and rewards and all the stuff I was talking about that add to the value. So as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing like this in terms of value for your money. One of the most important factors, of course, is this effective? Does it work? And you can go on the Beachbody website and you can literally see thousands of success stories of people that have done all the programs. And the results are absolutely mind-boggling that people are getting just simply from drinking Shakeology and doing a program at home. And then to top it all off, Beachbody is completely risk-free. in the sense that if you try a program and you're not satisfied with it, you get your money back. If you drink your Shakeology bag and you finish your bag and you decide you didn't like it, you get your money back. So there is no risk to anybody to try this. So when you take all of these things together, as far as I'm concerned, there is no other fitness comprehensive program like this out there. And that is one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about this. And I know how well it works for myself and also for my challengers. So that's just a little bit of an overview about Beachbody. Now let's talk about coaching. And I'm going to spend a little more time on this simply because I know you're here and you want to know what is Beachbody Coaching. And so what I want to do is first tell you a little bit more about what a coach does. I'm going to tell you about how a coach gets paid and some of the benefits of being a Beachbody coach from a business perspective as well. Because I think that's really important for you to understand in terms of considering to become a Beachbody coach. So what does a coach do? Well, basically as a coach, you help yourself and others to live healthier, more fulfilling lives. So that's what I do. As a coach, I feel like I'm accountable to my challengers as well. So that helps me to stay motivated to do my own fitness. It keeps me accountable to stay active and fit. And of course, as a coach, I am leading by example and I'm motivating and helping my customers, my challengers to be active and fit as well. The coaching is broken down into 3 vital behaviors. So that's what they're known as within sort of the Team Beachbody community. And these are the things that a coach does to help themselves stay fit, but as well to build the business side of coaching. And so the first thing is invite, invite, invite. And what we mean by that is basically share what you're doing with people. So inviting people to come work out with you, inviting people to try P90X, inviting people into a challenge group, inviting people to a webinar, not necessarily about coaching, but about fitness. So it's basically a way of sharing what you're doing. And it's a way that people can be exposed to Beachbody, see the benefits firsthand of how fantastic the programs are, and have an opportunity to jump on board with one of the programs and start their own lifestyle change. The second of the vital behaviors is be proof of the product works. And what that means is, like I said, I want to lead by example. And that's what I consider that number 2 to be. I want to make sure that I'm staying fit, using the programs, and drinking the Shakeology, and be a resource so that people can come to me and they say, hey, you're doing this, it's working for you, what are you doing? And the last one is personal development. And this is huge with Beachbody coaching because it's so important to not only work on your physical transformation with the products, but also to work on developing your mind and learning about how to motivate people, and also from the business side, how to run an effective business. There's so much that can be learned, and so much that you can do to grow as a person as part of coaching as well, which is actually a very unique part of this business as well. So that's what a coach does. Now, so let's talk business. How does a coach make money in this business? So this looks a bit complicated here, but I want to just take a few moments so that you have a really good understanding of how this works. There are a number of different ways that a coach can make money in this business. And the first and probably most simple way is through challenge-backed bonuses and commissions. So first of all, what's a challenge pack? A challenge pack is a combination of a fitness program, for example, PIO, and a 30-day supply of Shakeology, packaged together and discounted. And that is known as a challenge pack. So there's a challenge pack for all the different programs out there. So the first way that a coach can earn some income is simply through commissions. So if you have somebody that comes to you and says, look, I need some help getting fit, I want to work on my flexibility, I want something that's low impact, PIO is the ideal program for that person. And you say, look, this is what I would suggest. And they say, yeah, I want to do that, I'm in. And they buy a challenge pack from you, you make commission. And the commission can be anywhere, it says you're up to 36% for each challenge pack that you sell. For anybody that buys a fitness program on its own, the commission earned is 25%. So it's very generous commission. Now, on the table on the right-hand side, this gives an example of how the total commissions can grow over time. Because what you'll notice is that on month 1, this is assuming that a person sells 3 challenge packs in a month, which is very doable, very doable. So 3 people that want to get fit, and you help them on this transformation. So let's say you sell those 3 challenge packs and you make a $70 commission. you have $210 for that month. Okay. The following month, you again sell 3 challenge packs, and you've got your $210 commission for selling the challenge pack. But the people from the first month are starting to see their results. They're loving their results. They're loving their Shakeology. And so they choose to continue on with their Shakeology for another month. And you get the commission from that ongoing Shakeology, which is that $97.44 that you see. So now your total for that month is $307. In the third month, again, you reached out to 3 new people. You sold 3 challenge packs. You got your $210. And now the people from the two previous months are continuing with their Shakeology, and you're up to $400 a month for that month. And you can see how as you continue to bring people in and encourage them and motivate them and have a real positive impact on their lives, your income goes up as well, which is fantastic. The other way is through team cycle bonuses. And this is a little more complicated, and I'm going to get into this a little bit later on, but if you choose to grow your own team of coaches, you essentially can earn bonuses on sales that the rest of your team makes as well. And without getting into too much detail with this, there are various ranks of coaches, and this can work your way all the way up to, if you look at the 10 to 15 star coach, and the bottom point there, up to $12,000 per week in bonuses. Now, I don't want to mislead anybody with this. I want to make this very clear. This is not something that happens overnight by any means. This takes hard work. It is not a get-rich-quick type scheme, but it's to illustrate to you that if you are serious about it and you really want to impact people and make changes in their lives and help people to become fit, this is what is possible. So there is a huge opportunity there for those that are truly interested and have the desire to work on this and go the distance. So a couple of business things. These are specifically looking at the business side. And what are some really fantastic features, I think, of becoming a Beachbody coach that you don't see in other areas of business? So there's a level playing field. This is something that you don't see in other areas. So every coach starts at the same place. Okay. When you decide to become a Beachbody coach, you are starting at the exact same place where the top coaches in the country started whenever they came in. Your background doesn't matter. So quite frankly, the fact that I'm a doctor means nothing in this business. All it gives me is a little bit of an added perspective in terms of the exercise science behind it. But there are personal trainers in this. There are nutritionists. There are teachers. There are carpenters, you name it. It does not matter where you come from. What matters is that you want to have a real impact on people's lives. It's not about where you've been. It's about where you want to go. And so when people come into this, there are 2 different ways that people can choose to go. One way is what we call a discount coach. And that's somebody who comes into this business because they want to get a discount as a coach. Anybody who signs up as a coach in Team Beachbody gets significant discounts on any products that they buy in Beachbody, including Shakeology. So there are lots of people that love Beachbody programs and Shakeology, but they're not really interested in growing a business, and that's fine. But they can become a coach, and they can basically save money by getting the discount by being a coach. And then there are the other group of people that are really interested in growing it as a business. And so that's obviously what I'm doing. This is a huge passion of mine. I absolutely love doing this. And, I see this just growing and growing over the next years. So it's something that I can't get enough of this. That's why I say I love talking about this. So that's one aspect of Beachbody. So what's the investment? A whole $39.95. That's what it costs to get involved as a Beachbody coach. Furthermore, if you choose to get a challenge pack when you sign up as a Beachbody coach, which is what most people do, you don't pay the $39.95. So you basically pay for your fitness program and your Shakeology and your coach. Okay? The there is a $15.95 monthly admin fee. And what this covers, it actually covers a huge number of things. It covers your personalized websites, which you use to refer people to if they're going to buy a product from you. It includes Beachbody taking care of all of your inventory, all of your shipping, all of your returns, your accounting so that they can send you your check or your direct deposit each month. They do, millions and millions of dollars of advertising each year to promote the products that you are then going to be sharing with people. So when you think of the value that you're getting out of the $15.95 and what it would cost you to, for example, have an inventory of programs in your garage and do all the shipping and the returns and the customer service and all this stuff, I'm surprised I don't charge like 10 times that. But the point is, it's $15.95 per month to be a coach. You got your $39.95 sign-up fee, which is waived with a challenge pack. So your risk of trying this for 6 months is a whole $119.70. If you compare that to, for example, opening a franchise or quite frankly, any other business, for a 7-Eleven, it can cost you $35,000 just to open the franchise. And so the investment in this is so small, but the return on investment potential, as I showed you, is so huge that there's nothing else like this. Now, the thing is, and I want to kind of caution you on this, is that when people see that, okay, this doesn't cost very, very much money to get involved in, then people don't take it seriously. And that's when people say, well, it didn't work for me. Well, you know what? You didn't treat your business like a potential $1 million business. You treated it like a hobby, like you spent $40. And if you treat it like a hobby, like you spent $40, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a hobby that you spent $40 on. Okay, so that's something that you need to keep that perspective in mind, that the potential is so big here, so that if you really want to be serious about it, when you join as a coach, you treat it like a $1 million business. So this is another real unique aspect of Beachbody, is that it really depends on you. It depends how much effort, how much you want it, how badly do you want to achieve your goals, and really, like, why are you doing it? Are you doing it to stop working full time? Are you doing it because you don't enjoy your job? Are you doing it because you want to bring your wife or your husband home from work? Are you doing it because you want to have more time to spend with your kids? Why are you doing it? And if you've got that reason, that underlying reason for why you want it so badly, this depends on you, and you can grow it to be as big as you want and as fast as you want. You decide, you're going to work on this part-time, you're going to work on this full-time. You have nobody to answer to. You are your own boss. You decide when to take time off. You want a raise? You go get it. You work a little harder and you get that raise. This is all completely up to you. So you're not dependent on anybody else for this. So the mentorship program. When you sign up as a Beachbody coach, you have a mentor. You sign up with a coach, and that sponsor coach offers you training, mentorship. They want you to succeed. Mentors are your teammates. They're not your competitors, which is very rare in business. If you think of, for example, tradespeople, a carpenter, a plumber, so typically when they're being trained, they will apprentice with someone. And then when they're done, particularly if they live in the same geographical area, there often can be competition with the person that trained you for that same business. In this, you are working with your mentor. You want to grow together. You want to grow a business together. You want to help as many people as you can. And quite frankly, nobody wants you to succeed more than your sponsor, because as I showed you before, another bonus in Beachbody is that as a team grows, you earn more income as well. And that's the same for your coach. It's the same for you as you begin to grow your business as well. Having said that, there is no seniority. If you choose that you want to become the top coach in Beachbody and you put in the time to make that happen, you can do it. You can easily build a much bigger business than your sponsor coach. There are no politics. It doesn't matter who you know. Again, it comes back to, what do you want? How badly do you want it? What is driving you to achieve this? And then going out and doing it. And that is really what it's all about in terms of growing your business. Another really cool thing is that you get to pick people that you work with. So you can choose to have people join your team that have similar values, dreams, integrity, and so on. So for me personally, I look for people that have a real passion to help others get in shape. That's what I'm looking at. I want my team to work together and to brainstorm and to come up with ideas of how can we reach out to more people? How can we impact more people? How can we have a profound effect on more people's lives and get them fit and healthy and moving and feeling better about themselves and having more confidence and everything that goes along with that. And so you can decide what your own team culture is going to be and build it based on that. And that's really neat because there's not a lot of other areas where you can truly pick and choose how you want to run your business and the culture that you're going to have in it. With the structure, there is the potential for exponential growth. And that comes back to that return on investment. So everybody that starts, when I started, I was one coach on my team. And so if I put in 10 hours, I put in 10 hours for my team in terms of my business. As I continue to grow my business and I have other coaches that I find that have the same values as me, we're on the same wavelength, we're trying to achieve the same goals, and they join onto the team and we work together, there's now 100 total hours with 10 coaches. And as it grows, when you start, you're going to be the one coach, and as your team grows, you're going to have 10 coaches, and you're going to have 100 coaches. And what happens is you are eventually putting in the 10 hours, but as your team grows, the team is putting in 1,000 hours total. And so what happens is over time, you work less for more, and the business and the income grows. Again, I want to really emphasize this because I don't want to mislead you and I don't want to give you the wrong idea that this is not something that happens overnight. It takes a lot of work, but again, the potential is there. If you have the drive to make it happen, it totally can happen. There's no reason why it can't. And this is the thing that allows people to have financial freedom, take holidays whenever they want. What happens is as your team grows, there is residual income. So what that means is that in most jobs, people put in their hours and they take home a certain hourly rate. If they stop working, that income's gone. With Beachbody, as you continue to grow your business and you have a team that's growing their businesses as well, there's income that's coming to you through bonuses that you, even if you take a holiday, you are still getting paid. So this table here kind of shows some of the differences between the two. So a regular income, your income grows in a linear fashion, meaning you work an hour, you get a certain amount of money. You work 2 hours, you get double that money. You work 3 hours, you get triple the money. Pretty simple. With the residual income, it grows exponentially, which means it starts slow. It's got that slow curve, and then as the income and the team grows, it starts to take off and take off and take off and starts to skyrocket at a certain point. And so that's something that can sometimes be a little bit of something to get your head around at the beginning because it takes work. But again, if you're willing to put in that work, it is unbelievable what can happen. If there's some reason that you can't work in the future in a typical job, you lose your income. With this, as I mentioned, the income can continue on indefinitely. It can be income that you can pass on to your kids. The opportunity here is mind-boggling. It's unbelievable. When you go away on a holiday, like I said, you still have income going in. So the residual income is something that, for me, as a physician, is something that is hugely appealing to me because I make a decent income, but literally I have to see a patient, and when I stop seeing my patients at the end of the day, the income stops. If something were to happen to me and I couldn't see patients, my income's gone. And furthermore, with that, the thing is that the more time that you're willing to put in at the beginning, the greater the potential for growth is at the end. So that's just something that you have to keep in mind. Something else as well is with a lot of businesses, there's overhead, and that comes back to my personal situation as well. Is that I have staff to pay, I have rent to pay, I have all of the expenses that go into running a practice. There's medical instruments, there's tons and tons of expenses, and for the average physician, about 30% of their income goes to pay overhead, with Beachbody, there essentially is no overhead apart from that $15.95 fee that I mentioned at the beginning. So it's unbelievable the opportunities that are here. And then what's more is that Beachbody offers tons of perks. There are monthly prizes for if you sell three challenge packs a month. You enter what is known as Success Club. You get gifts and bonuses. There are trips, free trips, paid for trips that you can earn. There are cash awards for helping customers that enter the Beachbody challenges. There are retreats. There are summits. There are so many fantastic opportunities that you can get involved with. And it truly is unbelievable. Last year, over the last couple of years, the Beachbody Success Club trip has been cruises, going to Disney World, the Bahamas, and so on. I mean, Beachbody knows how to treat their coaches. They treat them well. So, Beachbody Coaching. In summary, this is, as far as I'm concerned, there is no opportunity like it. There is nothing like it. It's a chance to have a profound impact on people's lives, how people get active, fit, and healthy. As we all know, obesity, inactivity is a huge problem in North America. And this is a chance to really have an effect on people and make a big difference. Me being Canadian, Canadian healthcare is fantastic in that we have access to it, but because we have essentially free access to healthcare, there is so much of a backlog and it's so hard to get in to see a physician. I think it would be unbelievable if we could make a difference on the healthcare system by being proactive and helping people to get fit and healthy before they need to rely so heavily on the medical system. That would be unbelievable. So that's part of what I'm trying to achieve as well. As I mentioned, it is hard work. It's not easy, but it is so extremely rewarding, both personally and financially. There is the opportunity for exponential growth. And as far as I'm concerned, there is absolutely nothing like this out there. So now is the time. So you need to think about this. You need to go back to your coach, whoever invited you to this, and tell them that you've thought about this, that you want to take this to the next step, and that it's now time to become a Beachbody coach. You're ready to achieve your fitness, your financial goals, and really you can go anywhere that you want to go with this. It is totally 100% up to you. So with that, I hope that was useful for you. I hope that I've answered some of your questions and told you a little bit more about what Beachbody is all about. I want to thank you again so much for spending some of your precious time with me. And like I said, it's time to go back to your coach and take that next step. And we look forward to welcoming you as a Team Beachbody coach in the family. All right, take care, and I wish you all the best in your health and fitness. All right, take care.